Sure. Here's a revised version of the script section for a voiceover. Did you know that the decline of leafcutter ants could signal a looming ecological crisis? Alarming changes are unfolding that threaten these tiny yet vital creatures. You might dismiss it as just nature's course, but the rise of artificial intelligence is quietly jeopardizing their survival. Most people overlook this connection, but it's urgent and serious. Picture a thriving colony of leafcutter ants, working in harmony, cutting leaves and nurturing their environment. However, as technology advances, their existence hangs by a thread. Our increasing reliance on AI for agriculture and land management is disrupting ecosystems in unforeseen ways. Landscapes are shifting, pesticides are evolving, and the delicate balance of nature is unraveling, making it harder for leafcutter ants to adapt. Imagine walking through a sevebrant forest, only to be met with an eerie silence. No busy ants, no lush greenery, just a stark warning sign of biodiversity loss that could affect us all. Leafcutter ants play a crucial role in their ecosystems, cultivating fungus and enriching the soil. Yet, with rising temperatures and habitat loss driven by technological advancements, their world is collapsing. This isn't just about ants, it's about the intricate web of life they support. If they vanish, countless other species will follow. So, what can we do to help? Here's the twist: while technology poses risks, it also offers solutions. By responsibly using AI to monitor ecosystems, we can identify at-risk areas and implement protective measures for these critical species. Imagine harnessing technology not just for progress, but to protect these essential workers. It's a fragile balance between advancement and preservation. Between advancement and as we reflect on this, consider your role in the ecosystem. Every choice matters. The next time you hear about artificial intelligence, think about its hidden impacts not just on us, but on the leafcutter ants and the future of our planet. Let's act before the warning signs become too dire. Together, we can change the narrative and forge a future where nature thrives alongside innovation. What will you do next? Have you ever thought about how your everyday actions might affect tiny creatures living thousands of miles away? What if I told you that artificial intelligence is quietly transforming the lives of leafcutter ants? Let's dive into this intriguing connection together. Leafcutter ants are incredible engineers of nature, cultivating fungi and creating complex underground farms. However, beneath their industrious surface lies a growing crisis that often goes unnoticed. As we advance technologically, these fascinating insects face unexpected challenges. Imagine a bustling city filled with machines humming and buzzing. Now, picture a nearby leafcutter and colony struggling to adapt. Their once thriving habitat is threatened not only by natural predators but also by the very technology we rely on. It's quite a contradiction, isn't it? As AI takes over tasks we once thought were simple, it reshapes landscapes and ecosystems. When cities expand, they encroach on ant habitats, and the noise and pollution from urban life create stress that pushes these tiny workers to their limits. You might not see it, but it's happening all around us. Let's dig a little deeper. These stress signals are more than just disturbances. When leafcutter ants are stressed, their farming routines suffer, making it harder for them to care for their crops. Imagine if your livelihood was suddenly threatened by forces beyond your control. This is the reality these ants face. Their decline could trigger a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem, impacting plants, animals, and even us. The delicate balance of nature is at risk, and we often get too caught up in our screens to notice. But there is hope. Awareness is the first step toward change. By understanding our connection to these ecosystems, we can start making choices that consider their struggles. The next time you think about A, remember the hidden consequences it might bring. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect. How can your daily choices influence the world around you? Even the smallest actions can lead to significant changes. So, let's be mindful, not just of our own world, but also of the unseen worlds that exist alongside us. What will you choose to do next? What if I told you that our love for technology could be impacting one of nature's most incredible creatures? Leafcutter ants, those tiny architects of the forest floor, are facing hidden stresses that many of us don't even notice. Imagine a whole colony working together seamlessly, cutting leaves to nurture their fungal gardens. It's a delicate balance, but there's an unseen disruptor at play linked to the rise of artificial intelligence. Intrigued? You should be. While we celebrate our advancements in AI, we often overlook the ripple effects on ecosystems. The same technology that simplifies our lives could quietly threaten these industrious ants. But how does a digital revolution affect a species that has thrived for millions of years? Picture a busy day in the forest. Sunlight filters through the canopy as you follow a trail of leafcutter ants, diligently at work, unaware of the changes around them. What if I told you that our creations can disrupt their natural behaviors? It's true. As we automate more of our lives, we create patterns that can interfere with the delicate signals these ants rely on. Their foraging routines, communication, and even reproductive cycles could be affected by our technology. The more noise we produce, the more disoriented they become. The hidden costs of our progress are starting to add up. Now, let's visualize this, imagining a bustling city where every honking car and glowing screen drowns out the natural sounds of life. In this case, can you see how it might confuse an ant's navigation? This isn't just a theory, it's a reality happening right beneath our feet. But there's more. As we advance with AI, we might unintentionally create environments that favor invasive species over native ones. These invaders thrive on the disruptions we cause, adding stress to the ecosystems we think we're improving. Can you picture the frustration of a leafcutter and losing ground to a foreign competitor because of our actions? Now, let's build the tension. What happens when their populations decline? They are not just losing their home, they are jeopardizing an entire ecosystem. Their role in the food chain is crucial. It's a domino effect that could extend far beyond the forest, ultimately impacting agricultural systems, biodiversity, and even our own food supply. So, what can we do? Awareness is the first step. By recognizing the interconnectedness of our actions and their consequences, we can start making a difference. This version maintains the original content while enhancing fluency and clarity for a natural spoken tone. By understanding the consequences of our choices, we can make smarter decisions. Supporting sustainable technology and mindful practices can create a ripple effect that benefits both us and the world around us. As we navigate this rapidly changing landscape, let's reflect on the unseen impacts of our advancements. The next time you admire a shiny new gadget, remember